Chapter 11, 45. Rank 8 determines the situation. Translator, Atlas Studios. Editor, Atlas Studios. A number of days had passed since the hairy man and goo immortals from Lenya sect came in touch and started discussing with this group of snowmen and rockmen. The more they talked, the more they found common topics between each other. This was decided by the external factors. Human forces were incomparably big, while the variant human tribes could only barely survive in isolated parts of the world, like this place. They were naturally inclined towards allying. Although Sixth Hair was a spy inserted by Shadow Sect into Lanya Sect, he did not oppose the alliance of the two sides, instead even working hard for it. On one hand, Sixth Hair knew very well that just by himself, he could not make the two sides turn hostile to each other. On another hand, Sixth Hair also took this chance to show his skills and obtain more contribution points, letting Langya Land Spirit put more trust in him and increasing his status. Finally, Shadow Sect's goal was Spectral Soul's goal. Although the Demon Venerable had died, his aspirations were already beyond the boundaries of race. Both sides discussed, each understanding more about the other. Sixth Hair even sold almost all the intel about Fang Yuan to get more trust from the other side. Thus, snowmen and rockmen knew how special Fang Yuan's status was. Fang Yuan once possessed Spring-Autumn Cicada and was a person who had been reborn. He was also an otherworldly demon who came from a foreign world. He was also the main culprit for the destruction of 88 True Yang Building and Imperial Court Blessed Land. It was worth mentioning that the last point made the variant human goo immortals feel even closer to Fang Yuan. Fang Yuan destroyed 88 True Yang Building, greatly weakening the human forces of Northern Plains, which was an extremely good thing to variant human forces. They were so joyous that, in the past, when they heard about 88 True Yang Building's destruction, this allied group of snowmen and rockmen even had a banquet for 3 days and 3 nights. Inside Earth. Mother Altar, hearing Shreyer ask about the future, Fang Yuan replied with a bitter smile, having already prepared beforehand. Although I had Spring-Autumn Cicada, I have already lost this mystical go. After I was reborn, there have been many changes in the world. You also know that I made 88 True Yang Building collapse, right? Yes, Elder Fang Yuan, you are truly amazing, Shreyer said with bright eyes. I also feel extreme admiration towards you about this, Shi Shecheng also added. Fang Yuan rubbed his nose and sighed. I am a person who had been reborn and knew some secrets. Although I am not of the Huangjin bloodline, I participated in the fight for Imperial Court to get some benefits from 88 True Yang Building. My original plan was to visit time after time to get unending benefits. But plans can't keep up with changes. Some accidents happen and I could only adapt to the circumstances, finally causing the collapse of 88 True Yang Building. Shreyer and Shi Shecheng revealed joyous smiles. Shi Shecheng said, Elder Fang Yuan's words make sense. Fang Yuan shook his head in helpless fashion. Who wants to be chased by all the goo immortals in the world? That was truly an accident. Shreyer smiled. From what I see, Elder Fang Yuan, you are a natural hero, although you destroyed 88 True Yang Building accidentally. If it were someone else, would they be able to do it? It is because of this, I had no choice but to hide in Lenya Blessed Land. Later on, things happened and I joined Lenya Sect. While living over there, I slowly discovered that the traits of variant humans were actually not weaker than humans. Their sincerity, trust, and loyalty, and so on, far surpass the humans who always try to deceive each other. Although the 5 regions are vast, the survival space of variant humans is shrinking by the day. This is not right. Heaven's will permits all living beings to exist. Variant humans and humans should indeed coexist. Fang Yuan's face did not show shame in the slightest when he said this. He even brought up Heaven's will, which was trying every way possible to eradicate him. Fang Yuan had a sincere expression, so vivid that it could not be more realistic. Shreyer's eyes even reddened from hearing these words. Shi Shecheng was extremely moved. If other human goo immortals were all as understanding and knowledgeable as Lord Fang Yuan, the world would be much better. In his words, he had already raised Fang Yuan from elder to lord, even speaking to him respectfully. Indeed, Fang Yuan's words were extremely politically correct as far as variant humans were concerned, inciting resonance and approval with their minds. But Elder Fang Yuan, you have yet to answer my question. She was intelligent and not easy to deceive. I was just getting there. Fang Yuan coughed. 88 True Yang buildings' destruction was not my intention. In fact, before I had reborn, it had never fallen. Ah, is that so? Shu and Shu Chung looked at each other. Northern Plains' situation has changed too much because of me. 88 True Yang building was destroyed. Ma Hongyun was kidnapped and his possession of fortune rivaling Heaven Gu was exposed so quickly, with him being bought by old ancestor Shuhu. Before I was reborn, there was simply no event of old ancestor Shuhu trying to refine fortune rivaling Heaven Gu. Fang Yuan added. These words were all true. Shu and Shi Chung both chose to believe them. The former slightly pursed her lips. Then doesn't it mean it is difficult to deduce the result? If we really let old ancestor Shuhu refine fortune rivaling Heaven Gu, the strength of Northern Plains human Gu immortals will rise by another level. Fang Yuan's thoughts turned, questioning. Could it be that you want to stop it? He had no choice but to admit this allied group of snowmen and rockmen had the power to interfere in this matter. Because they had an immemorial rock dragon, this was a genuine rank 8 battle strength. Moreover, it was an existence which was very hard to deal with among rank 8 battle strengths. The immemorial rock dragon's might was recorded and emphasized heavily in the historical records. Of course not. Shu Chung shook his head. We absolutely cannot interfere in this. Yes, we have been living peacefully here. Why would we expose ourselves and go offend a rank 8 expert? Moreover, this rank 8 expert controls snowy mountain-blessed land, with large numbers of demonic path experts under him. Shu also shook her head. They were very aware of the situation. Even if they seized fortune rivaling Heaven Gu for their own use, they would be exposing themselves, attracting the joint pursuit of the whole of Northern Plains' Gu immortal world. All the human forces would come rushing over at that time, forget fortune rivaling Heaven Gu. Even if there were several more immemorial rock dragons, they would be unable to stop the humans. Fang Yuan nodded and did not say anything, while inwardly pondering. Oh, these variant humans are indeed not ordinary. I have seen all the variant human Gu immortals over these days. Each of them is an elite. Whether it be their battle strength or foresight, they are outstanding in both. Even among the Northern Plains human Gu immortal circle, they would be excellent. When compared to them, Heifan Grotto Heaven's Gu immortals would be way behind. Fortunately, I had rank 8 battle strength with me. So what if he was an otherworldly demon? So what if he had spring-autumn cicada and was a reborn person? These statuses and mysteries, when they were stacked on his rank 8 battle strength as foundation, they become a part of a glorious halo and not a source of trouble. When one had great strength, who would dare to find trouble? Rank 8 battle strength. With just a flick of their finger, they could crush others like ants. This was the reason the snowmen and rockmen not only did not dare to find trouble with Fang Yuan, they also expressed cordial stances and attempted to rope him in. Anyone of rank 8 battle strength was of sufficient value for others to rope in. In the absence of rank 9, rank 8s were the overlords. This was already among the peak battle strength in the world. In fact, the whole of Northern Plains' situation and structure is a result of rank 8 Gu immortals conflicting with each other. The politics of a world having individuals with great strength is always dictated by the strongest people. Fang Yuan was well aware of this. But if they know my upper extreme heavenly eagle is already dead, I wonder what kind of expressions these people will have. Fang Yuan found it somewhat funny as he thought of this. He forcibly sped up the growth of the upper extreme heavenly eagle, using time path killer moves. But with insufficient heavenly crystals, it was on the verge of dying from hunger. He then used blood path methods to raise its vitality when he let it out, and successfully shook the variant human immortals. Relying on his bluffs and deception, he was able to survive and change the situation. However, the upper extreme heavenly eagle was like the last radiance of the setting sun. After Fang Yuan placed it in his immortal aperture, it died at almost the very next moment. An immemorial desolate beast dying of hunger, this life of the upper extreme heavenly eagle was indeed somewhat depressing. But that might not be the case in its next life. The upper extreme heavenly eagle's amazing trait was that it would produce an egg after its death. When the egg hatches, it would once again be reborn. It was true that Fang Yuan lost the immemorial desolate beast, upper extreme heavenly eagle. But similarly, he obtained an upper extreme heavenly eagle's egg, and also the immemorial desolate beast's giant corpse. He could completely accept this result, because first of all, Fang Yuan was not satisfied with this upper extreme heavenly eagle. He had to disguise as a person of He tribe's bloodline to command it. Secondly, many flaws appeared after the upper extreme heavenly eagle was forcefully grown. With rank 8 battle strength, how could such a grand being let Fang Yuan, a rank 6 Gu immortal, control it? Let alone when the upper extreme heavenly eagle was an extremely prideful beast. It was certain that the upper extreme heavenly eagle would not listen when it was forcefully grown into being of rank 8 battle strength. There was even a huge possibility of it rebelling and turning against Fang Yuan because of its strong pride in itself. As a result, the upper extreme heavenly eagle dying was not bad news to Fang Yuan. As for the new egg, Fang Yuan could rely on the contents of He Fan's true inheritance to change it, tampering with its memories and so on, such that when it hatches, it would directly obey Fang Yuan. Old ancestor Shui Hu was openly refining fortune rivaling heaven Gu. The refinement path Gu formation's light even shot up to the heavens, shining brightly for 7 days and 7 nights before it gradually dissipated. This matter caused strong turbulence in the whole of Northern Plains' Gu immortal world. However, after the shock, the Gu immortal world of Northern Plains strangely quietened down. This was because Heavenly Lord, Bai Zhu, Yao Huang, Five Elements Grandmaster, and Prince Feng Xian had not responded yet. Without these rank 8 Gu immortals speaking up, even if the other rank 6 and rank 7s clamored, it would be of no use. Being able to battle a rank 8 existence with rank 7 cultivation within the last few thousand years of the 5 regions, only Feng Zhouge could do it. Old ancestor Shui Hu did matters rampantly and tyrannically, but one had to say he not only had brawn but also brains, picking up such an extremely opportune time. This group of variant humans under the northern icy plain also chose to watch by the sidelines. As for Fang Yuan himself, he similarly had no thoughts of participating in this matter. This matter was too big. It concerned the rank 8 great expert old ancestor Shui Hu. Although Fang Yuan currently was stronger than before, if he interfered in this matter, he would easily be turned into mush.